Yes, so good afternoon everyone. So besides presenting herbs from the Caribbean, I absolutely love to cook. And I found a new way of combining our walnuts, our cashews, our pecans, our sunflower seed, and next time we'll have some bowls. Just excuse the inexpensive way of presenting our goji berries, and our hemp seeds to make raw cereal. Yes, you'll be learning how to make raw cereal. And just for promotion, I write a book on Becoming a Conscious Eater. It's a breakfast cookbook that has 35 recipes. And as I'm presenting this first video, that cookbook is at a printer right now, which they'll be doing some work on it. And it should be out hopefully by the middle of November. So with that get going, we are going to be doing King Solomon yogurt. King Solomon yogurt. Did King Solomon ever have a yogurt? Let me tell you something. There's a friend of mine called Jeffrey King Solomon. His father's name is King and his mother's name is Solomon. And I thought it was a joke when I saw his Facebook post and his name on Facebook. King Solomon, I thought he made up his name, but actually he didn't. His actual name is Jeffrey King Solomon. So one morning I walked from my house, went to his house, and he put together this nice recipe. And boy oh boy, it was good. But you know how we West Indians are, we put a dash of this and a dash of that, and that was it. So I decided, I said, could you please give me the ingredients? So in the ingredients in this King Solomon yogurt, we have walnuts, we have cashews, we have hemp seed. Those are the main ingredients. But he used beets for the color. We don't have beets today, so I say you could either use beets or you could use what we call goji berries. And a good thing that to use less water, we soak our goji berries probably for 5 minutes, and I also soak my cashews. So I'm going to give you the measurement. Yes, I run in my mouth, right? I just talking. Guess what? So you do 1/4 cup of goji berries. Before I get back to the ingredients, every good kitchen must have some measuring cups. I like stainless steel as opposed to plastic. So I have the 1/3. I think that 1/3 I put away somewhere. I have the half, the quart, the half, and everybody must have a good set of measuring spoons. They even have a tad and a pinch and all these things. So you have a tablespoon, a teaspoon, half a tablespoon, half a teaspoon. We have that here. You must have spatulas. Of course you have to have spatulas and some good knives. Vitamix if you can afford, but you could use a blender. Of course Macy's always have sales, so you could have a food processor. If you want to be in the natural world of things, you either use maple syrup, or you could use raw honey, or you could use agave. Every good kitchen must have Celtic salt. The salt that is sold in the store that is called sea salt is garbage. It has only 2 minerals, sodium chloride. With this Celtic salt, this has 82 minerals. So you are actually getting minerals in your cereal. So let us begin. So we are going to do, and I'm going to measure this out for measuring sake for you, my audience. I'm going to do 1 cup. So this is 1 cup of cashew. Get it? Show that inside there. Just for you to see. I'm going to pour it back in, okay? So you could actually see what I mean. So when I'm finished with this, I'm going to put this aside because I have it soaked already. Then I'm going to do 1/4 cup of walnut. This is how this looks, 1/4 cup, right? So, I love this kitchen. I love this set that is created here. So we are going to take our cashews and our nuts, just like when we wash beans. So I'm going straight to the sink, and I'm going to take this and pour it in here. And I'm going to wash it. Wash it in warm water to get out some of this stuff outside the nut. Because sometimes some of the covering, they have certain things that could actually affect you. And from there, I'm going to go and I'm going to throw it right into my food processor. That's done. Guess what? I'm going to do the same thing with my goji berries. I'm going to wash that, not too much though. And I'm going to come over, of course I don't want to wet up the floor, and I'm going to pour in that 1/4 cup of goji berries. I'm done with that. Are we finished? Of course I have to dry my hand a little bit, get my hand dry. Is yogurt have a sour taste, so therefore I am going to juice fresh lemon. I don't want that from the bottle. I want the fresh thing. So I have, of course, stainless steel. You could buy now. You should call me Stefan Stainless Steel Buy Now. I juice my lemon. I squeeze my lemon. right? I have this, and this you could use this of many purposes, you know. If you have an odor problem on the arm, you could scrub it on the arm, or you could just put it on your face, and it's like exfoliating for your face, so you never waste anything. Or it's organic, so you could cut the skin, put it in a pot with some ginger and a little bit of peppermint, and you have a nice lemon peppermint ginger tea. So you see, we don't waste anything. Grandma never wastes anything. All right, I take off this cover here, put it on my, of course, stainless steel plate, get to my stainless steel measuring spoon, and I'm going to put 1 tablespoon, because I don't want it to be lemony, too lemony. I'm done with that. Well, you could go at BJ's, not advertising them, but this is where I got this at BJ's. Vanilla, 100% vanilla. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of vanilla. 1 tablespoon. And I have to make sure, look. So guess what, my people? I just realized I have the wrong glasses. So this is my long distance glasses for driving. Let me take my reading glasses. I am an old man at 52, of course. So here we go. So you see, I selecting the wrong thing. This is a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, and of course take off the cover. Take your time, my friend. 1 teaspoon. And if I want to put a little bit more, if I like a little more vanilla, a little tip bit more, I'm done with that, right? Then, of course, I'm not finished. Then I have my salt. So I'm going to do like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, Celtic salt, because I want my minerals. I want my minerals. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon, I put that inside here. There's a 1/4 teaspoon, okay? So this is done. I've done with my salt, my Celtic salt. I can put this aside right here. And what else do I need? I've done with my vanilla. I'm done with that. I'm finished with this goji berries and my walnuts. Put this aside. Of course, this has a good flavor. And this is called hemp seed. Hemp is marijuana, you know. I hope you all know that. Hemp is marijuana. But marijuana is not a good name. It's kind of prejudiced, racist name. They call it cannabis. This is hemp seed, and the hemp seed we use hemp milk. This has a nice nutty flavor. I do quarter cup. Put it inside there. And of course, put that aside. So we need, of course, we have our dates. So we're going to wash our dates. This is to give it the sweetening. So we don't have to use agave. We're going to use the agave when we make our cashew milk. So we are going to go back here. Wash that, come back over here, and of course, to make it easier for our food processor, we cut this up nicely. So as a good math teacher and as a person who likes science, I'm going to repeat the recipe. 1 cup of raw cashews, not roasted. Okay, 1/4 cup of walnuts, 1/4 cup of hemp seed. You could do 5 dates. If it's big dates, you could do 4. So depending on how sweet you want it how sweet you want the thing to be, rather. Forgive me, let me edit that sentence. And you do a 1/4 cup of goji berries, and it will come out like an orange color. Yes, we could add water, but what I've noticed and observed doing this recipe, I'm going to blend first, and then I'm going to add water. So I'm going to probably add a 1/4 cup of water. So I'm going to have my 1/4 cup of water ready to pour inside if it's not, and you could blend it until it's smooth, your choice. So I could add a 1/4 cup right now. Add a 1/4 cup because I soaked the cashews and I soaked the walnuts. Yes. So I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to, of course, get my spatula. And I think, based on my little observation of stuff, I'm going to put another 1/4 cup. So you put like a 1/2 cup. So you put it until you get to the texture you want. So this is a 1/4 cup. Of course, you don't want any accident. You cover that back, and then I'm going back here, and I'm going to scrape everything off of here because, hey, precious hemp seed that I bought at Costco, you have good soil and it's organic, grown in nice rich soil, and you have all your nice omega-3, 6 fatty acid in here from all these various seeds and nuts. And then I'm going to cover it back. Blend it. To blend it smooth or blend it medium. If you want to have a nice chewy, or if you just want a plain old like porridge, you can blend it smooth. I'm I'm going to stop again and I'm going to scrape it around and I'm going to blend it some more. I'm going to blend this some more. And I think that's done. This is done. That's our King Solomon yogurt. But we have to take out some in a bowl. But before we do that, we'll cover this back and then we'll go to make the cashew milk. Cashew milk is very simple and very easy. So I'm going to put this here. So here we go. I have my calendar again. Of course, not the one that carried the date. It's a calendar in the chef's kitchen. We need 1 cup of cashew. Only one. 1 cup. That's half a cup. If you only have a half a cup, you'd have put out 2. But we have 1 cup. So we're going to do cashew, raw cashew, not roasted. And we're going to wash it because the cashew is not really a nut. It's grown on the end of a fruit. It's considered a legume. But I use it a lot to do different things. So this is done. We don't want to wet up the floor, cause an accident. You put this in here in our food Vitamix or a blender. We don't need that anymore. And then we are going to do 3 cups of water. Make life easy for ourselves. 3 cups of water. 8 ounces make 1 cup. So you could do 24 ounces. If you want a thicker milk, actually you could add like a 1/3 cup of hemp seed inside of it to make a thicker milk. But because we have this cereal, we just need a little bit of milk in the cereal, not a lot, to make it like a soup, but just like a cereal. So we have 3 cups. All right, it's not that complicated. Fair enough, not complicated at all. You know, not complicated. And then, of course, what is life without vanilla? Vanilla is for your flavor. So we do 1 teaspoon of vanilla. A little bit over, it doesn't matter, you know. It's not, no harm done. And then for our, you could do a quarter, 1/3 of agave, how much you like sweet, but I don't like much sweet because I have the dates and it kind of sweet over here on this side. I'll do my estimation. 1. And I'm doing agave because agave is kind of, for those who are diabetic, you know, it doesn't have a high glycemic index. It's very low for diabetics, and even tell you naturally low glycemic index sweeter. So it's low glycemic as opposed to maple syrup is kind of much sweeter. And of course, where is my friend, Sister Celtic? She's here, full of a lot of minerals. I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of Celtic salt inside here. That's it. 1 cup of cashew, teaspoon of vanilla, 3 cups of water, 1/4 teaspoon of Celtic salt, and guess what? Voila! We are going to have cashew milk. Going to do this. And you know how our grandmother was. When you have plastic bag, you wash them and hang them on the line. We never throw glass bottles because we always have to do some kind of seasonings. So always you have to reuse, you know. When you grow up in a place where things are not as abundant like the United States of America, we have to figure out. So this should actually give us about a quart, 1/4 of milk. And this could be stored in the fridge for at least probably up to 5 to 7 days. In the top part of the fridge in the back because it's natural. Don't keep it for longer than that. All right. So here we have our milk, and of course we have to prepare some topping for our cereal. So of course I wanted to do it natural before you to show you that I could use a knife, not only a chalk, to teach those children that I'm working with. So I'm going to peel this. This is my kiwi, and this is an organic kiwi. And you have a green kiwi, and you also have yellow kiwi. I like both of them. Normally, if I go to BJ's, I'll get my yellow kiwi, or if I go to Trader Joe, I'll get my green kiwi. My wife bought these from Whole Foods, and they're organic. We spend money on organic food because guess what? You do the best you can, and left the rest to the Lord. I'm going to put this right in here. And then because this is an organic pear, I'm not going to peel it. I'm just going to take a piece of it. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Right? I cut down the middle. So I'm going to seed it. I'm going to seed this and I put that there. And I'm going to seed this and put that there. And I have some blackberry here and some raspberry. I'm done with that. So now is the time for our sample. Take this off. And I always remove the middle part first of the food processor, and I take off some ingredients and put in this nice bowl here. And I could tell you, this is my wife, this is our Sabbath. Every Saturday, for those of you know the days of the week, but for those of us who keep the Sabbath, every Sabbath, this is our special. This one is only prepared on Sabbath and rarely in the week. So you could call this the Divine King Solomon yogurt. We only eat it on Sabbath. And my wife, when she's sleeping, she works very hard in the week. I make sure I create this one for her, right? I put a little bit in there. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to drip a little bit of the cashew milk over that. Not much. And then I'm going to add some sunflower seeds. Because you know you need your omega-3 fatty. A little bit just drip a little sunflower seed over that, right? And then, yes, we did use almond and we did use cashew nuts. But you could put a little bit of pecan nut if you want, raw pecan. And everything is raw, not roasted. And then I have some blackberry here. I could decorate it nicely. You know, you have to make things attractive because it opens the appetite with the raspberry. And then I could take my kiwi and I slice my kiwi and put it on the side. Later on I could mix it up, a little kiwi. And then last but not least, I put my pear, nicely sliced, and trust me, when you eat this breakfast, this is going to last for hours. So this is our final product, King Solomon yogurt. So we have the King Solomon yogurt that has cashew nuts in it, walnuts, we have hemp seed, and we have the topping of green kiwi, blackberries, raspberries, a little bit of pecan, and a pear. And because the pear is organic, I did not peel a pear. I kept the skin on because you need that fiber and that roughage. This nourishes the entire body. Sometimes you see people with dry skin is because of they lack vitamin E, and we don't want to be taking popping pills. God made the food with the oil within itself. So if you want to eat this cereal, this could keep it for 5 to 6 hours. So if you really want to go on a nice dietary plan, you eat raw breakfast every single day. Raw breakfast every day. And I'm going to taste it and I'm going to tell you this thing is the bomb. King Solomon would have congratulated us. Don't hate? Yeah, congratulate. See you next time. For next herbal video will be an aloe vera, and I'll think about what I need to do. I'll give the drop on the next cereal, and I think I'm going to do apple nut cereal the next cereal. Apple nut. I was supposed to do that, but I switched up on you guys. So I did King Solomon. So the next time we're going to do the apple nut cereal, and you are going to absolutely enjoy it. Cashew milk you don't no longer have to buy at the store. You can make your own at home. Thank you very much, and the recipe will be listed in the description.